Good morning, afternoon, or evening, lovely audience. My name is James Evans, and I'm one of the many helpful medical librarians at Rochester Regional Health. I'd like to welcome you to my virtual evidence-based medicine series. Today, we're going to talk about evidence-based medicine searching with mesh terms in PubMed. I just have this very brief PowerPoint presentation defining what mesh terms, other subject headings are, how you can find them within our library system, and some examples of how beneficial that can be when completing your research. So we'll begin by the objectives: to define mesh, to discuss the differences between keyword searching and searching using subject headings, and to show how efficient mesh terms can be when searching in PubMed. So definitions: keyword searching is very common in most databases, much like Google. We go on Google and we type in our few keywords and we see a long list of results. PubMed can be the same thing. You search and you type in one or two terms, you'll see a very lengthy list. What can mesh terms do? Medical subject headings. It's all about how the information is indexed. Each subject heading is indexed organized in a certain pool of information. We could tell PubMed to pull just a little information from that pool, command it to look at a different subject heading, mixed in with a few keywords and title fields to get us a much condenser list of much more efficient information. I'll show you some examples. When to use mesh terms, it depends on each inquiry. Sometimes the topic is more defined. Sometimes the keyword searching is the best way, can be the best way. Sometimes you'll find a lengthy list, it's best to condense it through mesh terms or through other routes. There are no specific rules, but I always say, when in doubt, mesh it out, because if mesh doesn't work out, you can always resort to keyword searching or asking your friendly neighborhood librarian. PICO can determine your research question for you. If you're having, if you're struggling to define which route you should investigate in the researching, P, patient, I, intervention, C, comparison, and O is for outcome. Example of PICO could be the patient population could be non-small lung cancer. The intervention could be immunotherapy, comparing to chemotherapy, and looking for the outcome of length of survival. This can be, once you determine your inquiry through PICO, you can determine whether or not mesh might be the best route, or keyword, or advanced searching features, or other routes. So this time I'll already jump into examples. Oops, jumping a little ahead of myself here. Example 1 can be new treatment trends for children with diabetes. So at this point, I will get out of here, open up the intranet. I'm sure all of you know already how to get to the library homepage from the intranet, but just in case you've forgotten, go to external links. Under M as in Mary, we'll see medical libraries right there. Click on that. And today we're going to talk all about PubMed, which you can find under the popular resources on the left here. Right there. Let's these guys out for now. So there's nothing inherently wrong with just typing this example in as it is into PubMed. Treatment trends, children, diabetes. Once it loads, we get over 1,500 results. And a lot of them are relevant to what we're looking for in these top few. But wouldn't it be nice if we could trim down these results and still have the as relevant? This would be useful for maybe a meta-analysis search, but not even then, because these are not as relevant. It's certainly not as limiting as meta-analyses need to be with the clinical trials and the other types of limiters in that regard. So let's take another look at this search from a mesh standpoint. Let's search for any relevant medical subject heading. On the homepage of PubMed, we'll see the mesh database right here. We'll click on that. So of this example, which of these terms could be subjects? Possibly children, possibly diabetes, correct? So I'll search for diabetes first. Diabetes is the first hit here on this list of 102 possible relevant subject headings. And click on each one, it gives a definition of the mesh term, the subject heading. It gives these subheading options we could choose if we were just looking for statistics on diabetes or just surgery related to diabetes. We could check these boxes, but for simplicity's sake, I'll just go down here. This is the subject heading tree. This is all relevant other subject headings that PubMed is telling you related to diabetes. But for right now, we're just interested in diabetes for this subject heading. So I'm going to click on Add to Search Builder here. And it adds the subject heading with the library jargon, information jargon, into this box for you. So now we have diabetes. What's another subject we can have? We could have possibly children as a subject, correct? I'll search children. And look, once we left this page, PubMed kept the diabetes for us in this search builder as we look for child, person 6 to 12 years of age. That looks good to us. All these, so we can click Add to Search Builder here, and it combines diabetes and the child subject heading for you right here. So we have children and diabetes as a subject heading, and new treatment trends may not be as much, but if we manually type in here, I know I'm going to go fast, but bear with me here. We can type "and" in capitals. That tells the database to differentiate these ideas. Put what we've had so far in parentheses. That tells the database to keep it separate. Quotation marks, treatment, quotation, and then put in brackets title, end bracket. That tells PubMed to just search for the word treatment in the title of each result, in addition to searching these subject headings that we've had so far. Click Search PubMed. And we still get 1,145 results, but however, that's 400 results less than last time. And this time, what do we know? We know these results have to include the subject of diabetes, the subject of children, with the exact word treatment in the title. So we know these results are a lot more relevant than that 1,500 keyword search, because if we were to scroll down that 1,500 results list, we would eventually find increasingly irrelevant information. But this time the word treatment has to be in there, so it has to be closer. So just one example of how it can trim down the results in more ways than one. Go to our next example here. LVAD, looking at patient quality of life with LVAD. That's a popular topic here at RRH. So let's go back to the home page. Again, we'll just type in LVAD patient quality as a keyword search. Already 462 results, because this is not as popular a topic clearly in PubMed. And the first few are relevant as well. All of these examples are going to be pretty good at the keyword search. Today is all about learning how to increase the overall quality of the results. So let's try the mesh route anyway. PubMed homepage, look for mesh database here. If we type in left ventricular assist device. So what happened here? There's only one subject heading according to PubMed, and it falls under heart assist devices. But as we know, heart assist devices are usually in the left ventricle, but not always. So what if we want PubMed to be more specific than the subject heading allows us to be? One option we have is we can add this to our search builder anyway, and we can do the same method we did for the last example. Type in capital and quotation mark left, quotation bracket title, and bracket. What does that do? That tells PubMed to search for heart assist devices, and it has to include the word left in the title, meaning logically it has to be left ventricular assist devices. Once we do that, we could put parentheses around what we've typed so far, go back, type another and parentheses, patient quality, parentheses, bracket. I'm going to do title / abstract, end bracket, there. What does that do? It tells, it's the same idea. It's just this time we're telling PubMed to search in both the titles and the abstracts of each results for the phrase patient quality, in addition to the heart assist device subject heading with the word left in the title. What does that do? Let's search that. We found one result, including all that. We know it has to be more relevant, right? Let's just for fun, compared to the 400 something, would be nice. Let's just for fun take out the patient part of this search. Just search for quality. See what that does. It opens up to 369 results. So what happened there? We went to 400 something to 1 to 369. Just the difference of taking out one word in the title abstract field here. So was there a correct or incorrect way of searching here? Not really. The 400 something would have been fine, but it just shows you the options that Mesh can give you. We know that this has to do with the subject headings of heart assist devices. Instead of the keyword searching, when you search just left ventricular assist devices, eventually those 400 something are going to bring you to phrases that results that just have the word left in it or just have the word device in it. And as we know, that can bring you all over the map. But here we know these 369 results are going to be much more relevant to what we're looking for. Hope that's making sense for everyone. The next example and the final example we'll do today will be a very topical one at the recording of this video. Treatments, vaccines, symptom relief for COVID-19. Let's go back to PubMed homepage. We'll look at the Mesh database again. Let's type in COVID-19. And sure enough, there are plenty of subject headings related to COVID-19. COVID-19 testing, oh, that's a brand new one. COVID-19 vaccines, COVID-19, oh, whole bunch of testing, look at that, and COVID-19 in general. Let's look at the COVID-19 one in general. We'll add this to search builder. But James, there was a COVID-19 vaccine and testing one that might be more relevant to this inquiry. Correct. We could look at a whole bunch of different ones. I'm just choosing to be a little more broad with this COVID-19 for this specific example. But there are many different avenues to the correct information we need. So I'm going to do COVID-19 and parentheses, quotations, treatment, title, bracket, or, because we can capitalize or to tell PubMed to search for either of these concepts, vaccine, title, or symptom relief, title. This way, we're going to command PubMed to search all of these ideas instead of comparing each one of those different subject headings. We're going to search this here. We got over 2,500 results. Wow. I know I did this search about a month ago and it was only over 1,000. This is obviously a popular topic that's increasing every day. We have over 2,500 results. We know it has to include all of those title fields in addition to the COVID-19 subject heading. Versus, I'll open a different tab here. We just type in COVID-19 treatment. And search. It's going to be 3,000. So 3,000 results that, due to keyword searching, may not be as relevant. The first few, sure. But if you're looking for as much information as possible, the mesh route is often better with the 2,500 here. So that concludes my examples and this presentation. But as always, I'm going to leave my contact information up here. If I went too fast to go over any of this, I know I did a lot in a very short amount of time. I know it had to be in this virtual format instead of in person, but I'm always available to meet or discuss further inquiries, or if you have any other informational needs at this time. In the meantime, everyone have a good day.